y'all, this is Deanna. Welcome to my channel. Y'all, I am back working on my little golden books, and I thought I'd bring you along with me on this one now that I've got it down what I want done. So I've already got 3 done, and I'll show you that in a second. This is the one that I had done before, and I used my cinch machine to bind this together, and I loaded it up, and it's super fun. I still have a little ways to go on the ones I've already made, like adding goodies in it, but at least I have the base, and I think that you would know what to do when adding your own goodies. So I am going to get going on this one. Let me show you the ones that I've got completed first. I just finished up this one. Don't they look pretty, y'all? This one's so cute. And what I did is I used the elastic and I binded it together that way. That way then the pages can be moved in and out and moved around or added in or whatever. It has a 1.5 inch spine, and they're super cute, y'all. Look at this. I haven't really added too much goodies in here, but I'll add a few more. I'm not gonna overdo it. At the craft fair, you won't get the money out of them the more you put in it, so you just got to remember that. So this one's Jingle Bells, and what I did is like the first couple pages I put together, I put some just decorative designer paper, and this is out of the Pebbles collections, and y'all, I cannot tell you which one I've used because I have like 4. I just went through my Christmas paper, and here's one of them. But I have like 4 or 5 different collections of Pebbles, and I just went through and just pulled them all out. Now, the only thing about them is they are only one-sided, so it does give me that white paper. These right here, here's a letter to Santa that I put in here, and I added the envelope, and it's in the middle. And then flip on over here, and here we have a pocket folder, and I added this little Christmas color book in here. And then here's another pocket where I could put like cut aparts or something like that in there. And then we have the last of the paper. And then here's the next part of the story. Oops. Almost had it glued together there. And then, so this is how this one looks. I still will probably add things in the center, but I'll have to go back and do that. I'm going to add some little stuff on the pockets. And then I have this one. And then I have my next section. Look at this one. This one was in one of the paper collections, and I thought it was a great center. And then I have some stickers in here, and this is like a little house. And then this one is, this is out of a different collection, the Cartabella. Now, I was going to use all this paper, the Cartabella paper, in this whole, just wipe out all the paper I have. But the Cartabella paper, it works okay for like dividers like this, except when you fold it and make pocket folders, it actually, the bottom of it cracks on me. So I did one, and I'm like, I'm not going to waste my paper. So I use them like this, and then here's the last part of the story. And there's the center of that one. These little glasses came out of the Christmas fun packs that I had made that I pulled out of my craft fair bins. I just started using them in here. And there's the last page. Now the edges again is a 1.5 inch spine. I've wrapped it with fabric and rickrack and got it Fabritac on. I think I've got enough Fabritac glue to maybe do one more, and then I'll have to get some more so I can finish the other one because I want to have my 5 at the craft fair. So that's kind of what these are looking like. Here is another one that I've done. Here's the Rudolph, and it's pretty much the same setup as I did the other one. Now, I'm not really counting my pages. I'm just adding. Sorry for my arm. And here's the other one I've done. Aren't they cute? And on this one, I had enough of this red elastic, and I had this one in my stash for a couple of years, and I got it from Hobby Lobby. And I thought, you know what? I could go back to Hobby Lobby and see if they have any since they have Christmas stuff out, but I don't know if I want to leave the house today, so I'm using what I have. And so my other ones, the elastic is pink, but why not add pink? It doesn't matter. This is the one we're going to do right now, and what you need to do is you're going to have to gently kind of pull these apart, and I'm just going to kind of work it because they're held together. Little golden books are held together by 2 staples. That's it. So I can see the staple. Here's this one, and I got a little Fabritac glue on this one, but I'm gonna see if I can get this out. And let me make sure I turn this because I have a tendency on these, I need to pull it closer to me so I can see what I'm doing here. Okay, I'm gonna get one up. It doesn't matter if you tear the red part, that doesn't matter. And I'm gonna see if I can start pulling. And this is the hard part. See, there it comes. I just kind of got that one up, and let me see if I can grab this one. And you just pull it up. Now this comes out in 2 sections. So that's the first one. Make sure you're keeping them in order. There's the second section. So we're going to put these to the side. We're going to work on our cover. And, you know, I was thinking about exactly how to do this in the beginning, and this came out the best for me. So where the fold is, see right there? That's where I'm going to cut. I'm just going to cut this off and just get rid of the spine part. I have watched a lot of videos trying to get inspiration on just how I wanted to do it, and so many people just make it where they're wrapping the spine with fabric, and I could see how it would stay, and just using that and some Tyvek. Now if you don't have Tyvek, try using like a USPS envelope or something, because that's Tyvek. You can use that as well. Okay, so here's this. I'm going to throw it away. And now I have the back and the front. So it's going to go like this. And I've already pre-cut one of my chipboard pieces. This is a medium weight chipboard piece. It's the same kind I always use. And I'm just going to kind of line it up like this. And I just want to make sure you're not missing anything here. So it's going to go like this. Okay, I'm going to grab a piece of Tyvek, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I grabbed a piece of Tyvek. I bought this on Amazon. And you want, the book is 8 inches. Okay, so we want it 8 inches. And what I've been doing is making my Tyvek, the pieces that I cut, 2 3/4 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this, and I'm going to need 2. One for the inside and one for the outside. Okay, so I'm going to cut 2 3/4. You don't want to cut it bigger because you want to make sure you're covering the spine, but you don't want to cover up the beauty of the book, of the cover. So that's why I only have done this. Okay. So what I'm going to do is you're going to need to put one on the outside and one on the inside. Before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and I want to cover my spine with some, or my centerpiece with some double-sided tape. I'm using score tape. Make sure you use something good here. You want it to stay. I'm running out of this 1/4 inch. I'm going to have to make an order for some more one of these days because I'm getting toward the end. Last night, after I went for my walk. Well, yesterday I made one of these. And after I went for my walk last night, I came in, took a shower, I washed the dishes, and then I came in here. My husband was watching TV, so I came in here and I started working on the next one. And so my husband came in here about 9:30 and said, I'm tired, I'm going to bed. I said, okay. Well, I think it was like almost midnight when I went to bed. I just stayed in here, kept working, and got another one done. I really want to try to get the little golden books all done this weekend. That way then, well, today, and if that way then I can move on to something else. Okay, so I've got my Tyvek, and what I did is I folded it in half so I could find my center. If you want to measure your little wood piece and find your center there, you can do that. Just flip it over. You know it's going to be at 3/4 of an inch. So you can always just measure it up against your mat or use your ruler, and I'm going to find my center. That way you can kind of get it in the center. You don't have to do that, but I found it helpful. Because you've only got so much Tyvek, you don't want too much. Okay, so I'm going to line up. Line up my... And the nice thing about Tyvek is if you don't get it straight, you can pull it off and it doesn't rip on you. I'm just going to get this lined up. And mine is too long, so I'm going to go ahead. Oops, and let me fill that up. Okay, there we go. See, the nice thing about Tyvek is how you can just pull it up. Now, I got the center off just a little bit, but I'm going to leave it. It's okay. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to need some of your score. I'm using score tape, and I'm going to put it along this edge. You want to be attaching your book, the front of your book. So I'm using my score tape along the edges, plus I will use glue. Okay. Okay, so this is a brand new bottle of glue, and last night I was so wonderful at losing my pen again. It's somewhere in this mess here. Somewhere. Okay, so I'm going to peel my tape off. So I'm having to just go with it and pray my glue doesn't dry up on me. I stuck some tape on it for overnight. So, okay. Got a little extra there because it comes up faster when you don't have a pen on there. But I'm just going to kind of get that on there like that. And let me find a scrap or something to wipe my fingers with. Okay, so I'm going to add my front cover. Make sure you're doing your front, then make sure you do front and then back. Make sure you're doing them the right way. And you make sure you're doing it on the side that you cut. And I'm just going to line it up on my mat here. And then I'm going to lay it down. I actually laid that down pretty good without having to adjust it. I'm leaving about 1/8 of an inch in between. Press it down really, really well. Really well. I'm going to flip it over. I want to rub it down. Got some little glue there, so I'm going to use a scrap of fabric I've got here. Press it down good. You don't want anything coming up. See, this is why I say don't make your Tyvek any larger than this, because see, it will cover up the book title if you're not careful. It's going to cover it just a little bit, but you just got to be careful on that. Okay, so now that's the front one. Now let's do the back one. Going to do this. I'm going to add my glue. You say, why do you put glue when you're also putting, when you put the double-sided tape. It's extra stability. You need that. I would not skip this. Look at this. And see, this is the new mat, y'all. If you remember when I bought this mat, I said I wasn't going to glue on this one. Look at me. I'm already gluing. Okay, so I'm grabbing my back and line it up on my mat. Making sure I got it straight, and I'm going to eyeball it and just lay it down. Looks great. I'm hoping that I can start on my fall swap after I finish these today. The hubs works on Saturday, so I'm here by myself. It gives me time to just do this. I don't have to go out anywhere. I don't have a need to. I do need to get my car washed, though. Okay, so it's looking pretty good. Gonna get this pressed down all the way to the edge. Press down. Don't skip this part. Really, really, really get it pressed down really, really well. I hope you got yourself a drink or something, because this could be a little bit of a video. I probably, this could take me a little bit. Once you get going on it, it's all good. It goes pretty fast. Okay, so now you want to put one of these over the back. Now, there's a lot of videos that I watched, they did not put a Tyvek over the back, but I'm just doing it. I just think it's for stability, and so I'm going to go with it. So, I'm just going to go ahead, I'm going to add my tape. That way this adheres well. And get some more here. Peel this off. And I'm just going to, I'm going to go ahead and add a strip of tape on each side of this. I have that extra stability for my inside piece. I know this is going to be covered up with fabric. But yeah, I still want it to lie flat. My little golden book, I did find some vintage ones last weekend when my husband and I went to Canton, Texas. But this one that I'm using, I just found them on Amazon. Just ordered them on Amazon. There's the end of this roll. At least I got it close. Someone wrote me yesterday and said I sound tired. I don't mean to sound tired. Sometimes I work myself so long that, you know, I am tired. But I have goals, and I only had so much time off this week, and I'm back to work on Monday, so back to busy. And so yeah, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add some art glitter glue going along the edge here. I'm going to put some on the spine. Just extra stability, and I'm going to put some along this edge. And my thing was short just a little bit, but I'm going to go with it. And you just kind of lay this down in the center. Press it down really well. Now we've officially made our little golden book. We officially gave it a larger spine so we can put more stuff in it. This is actually very simple. So simple just to do this. Once I figured out what I wanted to do, I'm like, yeah, I like this. And there are so many little golden book tutorials out there. It's crazy. But this one's what's working for me right now, and it's not good. Okay. Okay, so now that I've got this, you want to make sure it's nicely pressed down. Press it down good. Fold it up. Go ahead and give it that fold. Now this is what we have. See that, y'all? Looks pretty good. Okay, so now what you need is take a piece of fabric of your choice. And I have used this red on everything because that's just what I have on hand. And so I'm just using it. Go for it. Why not? And I'm going to start on the outer part of my book. And you're going to cut your fabric. It's going to cover this. So you want to cut it 3/4 of an inch wide. And you're just going to need a piece that's going to wrap around your book. So I like to overlap mine just a tad. So you want it to overlap around your book. And then you want it to kind of overlap like that. Okay, so just eyeball it. Let me see about how far it is. It's probably about 18 inches. Okay, we're going to start on the outer part of our book. And I'm using Fabritac, and I'm praying I have enough. You want to saturate this really well. Okay, got to get it down there. Okay, I'm going to go along the edges. And all along these edges, and all in the middle. Don't skimp. It's kind of hard to see it because it's on the white and then it's clear. Okay. Just making sure. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my center of my piece of fabric, stretch it out so I don't have that fold. And yeah, you're going to see a little Fabritac on there, but that's okay. Press this down really, really, really well. If you see any seep out, just kind of wipe it. It's better to have it seep out a little bit than not have enough. Now I know you see a little white. We're going to cover it up with some trim. This takes a sec to dry. And then what you're going to do is do the same thing on the inside. I'm getting toward the bottom of my glue. I really didn't want to go out today. I really wanted to stay home. I'm a homebody. I really would like to just stay home because, you know, I've been off this week and you kind of, sorry for my arms. I know you can't see it, but I got to squeeze this. Okay, I like to pull my bottom up first. Press it down. Like this. And then I'm going to bring the other one. I'm going to go ahead and pull it over where that glue is. And then I'm going to add more glue. Ooh, I'm excited I have enough for this one. I think it's better to have your fabric, in my opinion, overlap. That way then it totally covers it. A little bit more. This glue is thick. Whew. It's hard on your hands. But you need this because you want it to adhere to that fabric. Okay, now we have it wrapped. Make sure you get in the edges. Press that down. So just like that. Okay. So pull this up. It's starting to dry. Don't bend it yet until you make sure it's good and dry. Now press down these sides. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to add some trim. Now, I don't have any more thick red rickrack or any green, but I haven't been caring what color I match it with, so I have pink, of course. I thought I could do pink, or what did I do with it? I thought about even using this. It's like a ribbon, but it's elastic-like, and I thought that would look nice too. Or you can even just add some straight ribbon on it. Just something to cover this raw seam is what we need. But I think I'm just going to go with it. I'm just going to use my pink. Just because I think the rickrack looks very cute. So, I got my rickrack. Someone actually gave me this one, I think. But you can buy it at any store. Okay, so take your rickrack. And what you're going to do is you're going to add more Fabritac, and you're going to line this up right along where that seam is. Okay, add a little fold in that one. So, and you're going to put it right along here just like this and wrap it around. So I'll see if I can squeeze out enough glue. You need your Fabritac for this. Okay. I think I'm getting it out. I gotta squeeze hard on this. Put ample glue. You want every bit of this to adhere. Lie it down here. Press it down. Go ahead and cut it. Okay, so now I'm going to flip this over while that's drying, and I'm going to go ahead and do this one. Got to get the glue down there. Plus, it's getting all yucky. Let me see if I can clean that. I can do it. I have enough. Sorry, I know you guys don't want to sit here and watch me wait for my glue, but it is part of the process. Okay. And if you have any seeping out, just wipe it. And for this, I've got too much, so I'm just gonna trim it. Okay. And meet that in the middle. get any of the glue that's seeping out. It's okay to have it seep out. That means you got a lot and it's going to hold. Okay, I got to give myself another little piece of fabric here. So I didn't bring a napkin in here with me. My husband left for work, and the first thing I thought is, I need to go in there and finish my book. So I gotta brush my teeth, and here I sit, still in my pajamas, working on this. Actually, I was in my pajamas last night when I was working on this. Okay, so there we go. There's that one. Let's see how this looks. See how that looks? This still looks good. I like it. Okay, now we're going to do the other side. We're going to pull off our piece, however much you think we need. I'm going to start on the outside. You always want to start on the outside because you don't want to see the seams. You want it to look just like this. I have successfully used almost this complete bottle of glue. That's some good holding stuff once it dries. Okay. Okay, I've got my piece. I'm gonna start about in the middle. And I have something to wipe it. Okay. Okay, make sure that's down. I'm going to try to get some of the glue off the back of the book. And I'm going to finish wrapping this around. So this is going to be the part 1. I hope that you will come back to see part 2 of how I do the pages, because yeah, you're going to want to know how I do the pages. So please make sure you come back for part 2. I'm going to load this, and then I will definitely be filming it immediately, and it will be loaded as soon as I'm done. So I hope that you would come back so you can know how to finish this project. I would do it right now, but the video is just going to be way long, and as long as I get it there for you. I didn't get very much right there. My glue is running out. Okay, fold down the top. Got some little fabric strings there. It's all good. Pressing it down well. And now I just have a little bit more to cover. I think I'm going to go about right there, and I'll cut the rest off. Okay. A little bit right there. It's going to go down. Okay, so that is how you do the cover. Not too hard, right, y'all? I'm just kind of dabbing off any excess glue so I can get this pressed down really well. This is what it looks like on this side. You can see a little glue right there, but don't worry, it's all going to dry. It's going to be just fine. So at this point now, you could go ahead and you could fold gently and gently, and there we go. It's got some glue. So, okay, that's how our cover will look. Okay, so this is the end of part 1. I hope that you will come back for part 2, because I'm going to show you how I added my book pages in with regular paper. So please come back. Thanks, y'all. Bye.